Nissan Stadium here in Nashville. This crowd here fired up for football as a moment ago their Titans were introduced. This should be a good one as the Titans get set to match up with Dak Prescott and the Dallas Cowboys. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he'll bring it back to just about the 25, call it the 24-yard line. On the ground, this is Derrick Henry. And he'll work his way across the 30 to the 32. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on second and short.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits, and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
On second down, here's Henry. The Titans get 14 yards there and move the chains as well. And we were down on the field watching Henry warm up before the game. He's a big man. No wonder he breaks those tackles.
And you remember what I told you when we were watching? It's not all pads. I mean, you get him out of pads and just see him in a regular suit or an outfit. He is a huge human being and a lot faster than what people know. When he gets rolling, he's a lot to bring down.
And no room to maneuver there. Give him a yard up to the 47.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
Mariota gives to Henry. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up third down.
Keep it rolling, keep it rolling.
And now maybe they want some extra time to talk about this third and long play as we'll get a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. And on third down, a nickel formation here defensively. Mariota. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up fourth down. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning, hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces fourth down. On is Kern, the punter, to send this one away. Here's Austin. So possession goes over here on the punt. And the Cowboys will be backed up to start the drive. They'll have it 1st and 10. Here's the first carry for Ezekiel Elliott. And he'll go down for a loss inside his own 5 at the 4. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and that'll bring up a 2nd and 11. After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. A second down throw for Prescott. And there is Amari Cooper, his first catch. And able to get it across the 10 to the 15. They needed some breathing room. He gave it to them. 11 yards and a first down. And now they have a little more space to maneuver from the 15, 1st and 10. Prescott looks to throw on first. Steps away to his left. Now he'll let it go. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. A very nice pickup of 33 yards.
In our pregame meeting, all they talked about was keeping him hemmed in and wanting him to make his throws from the pocket because they knew he was pretty dangerous if he got outside, and he just showed it right there. Pretty good arm, too.
The big play has him all the way out near midfield for a 1st and 10.
46.
A first down throw for Prescott. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. The ball comes out, but this will fortunately wind up out of bounds.
I don't know about you, but I could hear and feel the sigh of relief all the way up here in our booth.
That was palpable. The sideline, the friend there.
No doubt about it. Ball goes over the sideline, able to retain possession, no turnover. I know his coaches are screaming, just hang on to the ball, man.
Now Prescott. He's going to slip. And that is caught. Touchdown, Cowboys. Allen Hurns, 33 yards. And the Cowboys have taken the early lead. And the QB rating right now, sky high. 4 for 4 on that opening drive, and it ends with a touchdown pass.
Yeah, I don't know quite how to figure it out. I think I need my friends from MIT to come in and help me. But I think 158.3 is the number one.
Yep, that's the
right. That's the highest you can get. That's where he is. He'd like to continue on that pace.
The Titan offense now working their way back onto the field and hoping to do better than they did their last possession when they punted the football.
Appeal to the vanity of your offensive line. Tell them that they control your fate. Leverage guys. Win the line of scrimmage. If you do that, you start to win first down. You win second down. And guess what? You start accumulating first downs. And that's what they need in order to not punt the ball again.
And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. Right off the bat, it's a first down to start the drive, 12 yards. Getting the sense, Charles, are going to put a big emphasis this afternoon on the run game.
And why not? What we're seeing so far, working pretty well.
And they get to Mariota here as he's dropped on the sack. Tyrone Crawford in there to make the sack. He buries him for a loss of 10. So now 20 yards to go on second down after the sack. Work to be done. To throw Mariota. Out to the flat. That's complete to his running back. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to third down.
I think the best offenses love to get the ball to their running backs in open space because they have the ability to make people miss. And they also have the ability to run over people. And if you do that throughout the game, after a while, they might just run through some of those tackles and go a long way.
Well, we saw him shed a nice tackle on that play. And he finds his target. It's Sharp. Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. With the former Volunteer Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. It's the Titans with a football here to begin quarter number 2. And they're on the move here. They've got it 1st and 10. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. Now a carry for the shifty Dion Lewis. Down to the 30 after a gain of 3.
Let's go.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Sets up the screen to Lewis. And he'll be out of bounds just inside the 25-yard line. Give him 6 on the screen, but now it's third down.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass. Looked like it was coming together. Looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid game.
On the read option, it's Mariota. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th.
How about the fellas with the stars on the side of their helmets rising up on defense? We always hear about the Cowboys' rushing offense. Their rush defense is pretty good as well, I think, because they're so cohesive. Defensive line, linebackers really work well together.
Mariota to throw for it on 4th. It's complete. Swings it out to his running back. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. Some collective exhales over there on the sideline. A big pickup through the air on 4th down to bring up 1st and goal. They'll try and run for it with Henry. And he'll get about 4 there as he takes it from the 10 down to the 6.
Well, it's been the air game that's taken them down on this drive before they finally turned around and handed it off on the last play.
And now they're looking for the big boys to get him in the end zone. Couldn't do it there.
It'll be interesting to see. Offensive lines had to pass block a lot on this drive. Will they be able to revert and fire out and create some space in the run game?
The 6-yard line, the line of scrimmage on 2nd and goal. He's going to get it running right. And this is going to result in losing yardage. They're driven back to the 8-yard line. It's a loss of 2, now 3rd down.
The short field shrinks even more with the type of bodies they brought in on that play. Those extra tight ends, they weren't able to secure their blocks, and that one ended up going backwards.
This has been a long drive. You got to figure a field goal would be a letdown. Can they convert now on 3rd and goal? Working out of the gun, Mariota. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Jalen Smith. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
This interception will go on the record of the quarterback, but as a receiver, you've got to understand where you are in the field. Middle portion, you know it's going to come in hot. Square your body to the quarterback and be ready to make the catch.
So Prescott and the Cowboys now with a 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line. Following the interception, here's Prescott. Eluding the pressure. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Brian Orakpo. He's the one who finally gets him down for what will wind up being a loss of 16 yards. After the sack, they're staring at a challenge basically from the other side of town. It's 2nd and a country mile. 2 minutes to play here in the first half. Back to Tennessee after this. Now this one from about 2 counties over after the sack. They come up on a 2nd and very long. Prescott to throw it. And now Prescott is going to be taken down. He couldn't get away, and that's a safety. And, Charles, at some point, you can't keep worrying about big play. Can this be perfect? You just have to get the ball out of the end zone.
And in the offensive huddle, that was discussed when they called the play. Just get out of the end zone. But you know what's interesting? A lot of the times in the defensive huddle, they actually call a set and then say at the end of it, get a safety. So it's preached, it's coached, it's thought about.
And here comes Tennessee as they get set to take the field. And this is a unit that, to be frank, doesn't look like they've woken up yet. I mean, a punt and a turnover on their first 2 drives.
And I think the game's starting to take shape a little bit now. And I'm going to take it into the basketball world. When you're having trouble scoring or moving the ball in basketball, what do? Get it to their best player, right? Find a matchup, create it, exploit it, and try and move the football.
Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards, and it's 2nd and 2. Flushed out right. Uncorks one for Davis. So the long attempt falls innocently to the ground, and it brings up 3rd. Defensively, Charles, they continue to really limit this offense as far as yardage goes.
Yeah, you're exactly right. They've been assignment sound, staying in their lanes, keeping proper leverage, and communicating well, too.
The Titans on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This time they face a 3rd and 2. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he went backwards. He'll be down at the 30. Losing 2 yards that time, and now it's 4th down.
Well, we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
They're indeed going. It's Mariota. Uncorks one for Davis. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off Byron Jones. And he'll bring this one back to the 29.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
On 1st and 10, Prescott. And that is intercepted. Or was it? Wait, they'll say no. No interception. He did not keep the feet in bounds, apparently. So that's just going to be an incompletion. Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 29.
Here go 46. 26.
On 2nd down, Prescott again. Escaping the pressure right. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Well, partner, they're not content to run this one out as we head towards the half, trying to hit a big chunk play right there and add to their score.
Now, this is a confident group. At the very least, they're thinking field goal.
Yeah, and I don't blame them one bit. I don't think you sit on the ball going into the half when you have a chance to put some more points on the board.
Completes it right side to Cooper. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. Now another timeout here called by the Titans, as the clock will stop with 34 seconds to go before halftime. So on 4th down, here's Chris Jones to punt it away. And now the up man has it. It's a fake. And I think the ball's out, but this will get out of bounds, so possession will stay the same. A big first down on a fake punt. What a call. 16 yards. And play is stopped here. Timeout. It's the defense calling the timeout here, as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in the first half of play.
Hey, 47. Good. There goes 26.
Prescott on 1st down. Escapes the sack. Buying time to his left. And Cooper able to work his way open. That's complete. Past the 20. And he'll take this into the end zone. Now, hold on here. We do have a flag down. So let's see what this is about. So retract the yardage and retract the touchdown.
And retract the chunk play. Big strike there to get the touchdown. Now they've got to take it back and see if they've got another one still in their arsenal.
Prescott now on 2nd down. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. From the shotgun, it's Prescott. It's caught inside the 25. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. A big 30-yard play on 3rd. So with 4 seconds to go in the half, here's the field goal unit onto the field. From the right hash, this from an even 40 yards out. And his kick is right there. It's good. So we've hit intermission. It's halftime. This is the NFL, and it's a presentation of EA Sports. Okay, Coach, appreciate it. A 1-touchdown game here as we get set to resume play in the second half. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And the decision to come out is going to cost him 5 as he's taken down right at the 20. Out come the Cowboys now as he'll go on offense first here in this 3rd quarter. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had the ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace because you are looking for some separation in this ball game.
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt. Show them one thing, hit them with something else.
The stop for no gain brings up 2nd and 10 from the 20.
Then we're going to 53.
2nd down, Prescott. Flush to his right. Looking for his tight end on the corner. It's complete. And they work this well upfield across the 45. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
Here we go, 47, 47. Here we go, 26.
1st down, Prescott. Dancing to his left. Nice work to get 7 out of that, and it's 2nd down.
Okay, he's not going to get the 1st down, but this is still a nice job of buying some time and then running to get to the sideline and get out of bounds and avoid the big hit.
Under. Sweat, hey.
Out of the gun, here's Prescott, eluding the pressure right. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
3rd and short yardage. Prescott. This is caught inside the 15. A big gain of 31 on 3rd down. A nice job there, Charles. They picked up the blitz, were able to complete the pass.
That had the total feel of a quarterback in control. Red blitz, got him into the right protection scheme, so he doesn't get hit back there. He's got a chance to step up with supreme confidence and deliver it downfield for a nice completion.
He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out, incomplete.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10.
Right. To the right. Here we go.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a 3rd down.
Another scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. What that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
On 3rd down, it's Prescott. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
We've seen good cover skills on display throughout this game, really from both teams. And there's another nice example there of them making it difficult to complete a pass.
And his kick is good. And that will bump the lead up to 11. So the drive stalls out inside the 15-yard line, but they do get 3.
And I've talked with enough players nowadays, and when they have these types of kicks, that no one says to their guy, hey, that's just like making an extra point, piece of cake. Because the extra point is not a piece of cake anymore. But kicking a field goal from that distance, just give him confidence and let him knock it through.
The Titans offense gears up for their first possession of the 2nd half. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after him.
He's got a man. Complete. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. A very nice pickup of 33 yards. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. Now a play fake here on 1st down. Stocker's got it. Complete. So he got free of one tackle but couldn't do a whole lot else. 5 yards on the catch there. Brings up 2nd down.
And, partner, I think that's a great example that not all tight ends are created equal. Because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
Mariota hands to Henry. And they're able to get this one past the 30 to the 25-yard line. 13 yards is the pickup for Tennessee and a 1st down.
Would you say this offense is locked in right now?
They're having no trouble on this drive. What, is it 3 plays, 3 first downs?
Yeah, you talk about on the march. They keep this up, they'll get to that end zone real fast.
Mariota on 1st down. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Tyrone Crawford in there to pick up his 2nd sack now of the afternoon. Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on 2nd down. Back now in Nashville. Now, following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17. Off play action to Henry. Here's Mariota. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. The Titans on 3rd down. Just 1 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 17. From the gun, Mariota. This will be caught inside the 10. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. 1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal.
That didn't appear to be a run blitz. He just darted in once he saw the run develop. That appeared to be a case of see ball, get ball.
Keep it rolling, keep it rolling.
Now a 2nd down throw for Mariota. And he rifles one incomplete. Corey Davis, the intended receiver. And that takes us from 2nd to 3rd down.
What a job by this defense all game long. They've come together and really said, no one's crossing our goal line, and they're definitely not going to start right now.
You can just see the dejection. Feel like nothing is working offensively. Now Mariota. And he will score. Touchdown, Titans. As his guys are in for 6. And the Titans are able to make this a close game again. So very late in the game here, but with that score, some light at the end of the tunnel.
There's still hope. Now they look at the score and say, hold on a second. This thing's not over yet. Let's keep battling.
Mariota. And this is caught. They got it. And that could be an important 2 points. It gets him back within a field goal. Now here's Suckup out to kick it away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told as he's taken down back shy of the 20. And out now come the Cowboys. They're holding on right now to that slim advantage in a one-score game. And you hear a lot about 2-minute offense and 4-minute offense. Obviously, the 4-minute offense applies here. How do they run that effectively?
Yeah, really what the 4-minute offense is you're just trying to grind the clock. So you want consistent gains, steady gains. Doesn't have to be big plays, but it has to be plays that gets first downs and keeps the ball away from your opponent.
But certainly throwing the ball is in the mix here.
It certainly is. Just make sure that you're careful with it. And again, get those first downs, keep possession of the football. But Brandon Pace comes into play now because they've got the advantage. They've got the football. But they've got to be very careful about what speed they're going to play. You know, my music teacher back in New Paltz, Mrs. Bythema Bagley, used to say, don't go prestissimo when you really want to go largo. And what she meant by that is don't go too fast.
Oh, Prescott stripped. And that might be Titan football. It is.
I know when you're looking at the scoreboard clock, we're getting near the end of this game. But they were in what was really called 4-minute offense. And that's practice, being taking care of the football, taking time off the clock, not giving them a chance to come back. But bottom line is, what did I say in the beginning? Taking care of the football. That didn't happen.
Didn't do it. A costly turnover. Mariota now after the fumble recovery. The intended receiver, Taywan Taylor. And that'll bring up second down. Well, not to get too overcritical there because he knows what he's doing, but his shoulders looked a little off kilter there when he threw that.
I don't think you're being overly critical there. You're just analyzing it, and he gets those shoulders right. That pass will go from incomplete to complete.
Keep it rolling, keep it rolling. Easy.
A second down throw here for Mariota. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up third down. We have not seen a whole lot of wide open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long, and they've been on the spot just about every time.
And they've held them in check on the scoreboard. On third down, Mariota. Flushed out right. And that's incomplete.
Appeared to me he was just trying to find an open receiver and got forced out to his right. Had to come off of a guy downfield and try to hit his back. Unable to connect. Should have been an easier throw moving to his right, though.
Yeah, much easier, obviously, for a right-handed quarterback who's going to his left. A little bit tougher.
Exactly.
I tell you, the life of a kicker. He has not been called on the entire game. He's over there by the net, but they send him out here in the fourth quarter and say, hey, go tie the game, will you? And guess what? He comes through.
I just don't know how they do it. I really don't. These cats are a different breed from you and me. That's a pressure kick, but that one was never in doubt.
So here comes the kickoff now, all even here in this fourth quarter. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. Now the Cowboys offense heads back onto the field. And last time they coughed it up, led to a field goal. They're fortunate that it only led to a field goal, but still, they're not happy about it.
Could you sense the relief, though, when they only gave up the field goal? And they were able to trot back out on the field and start this drive. A little more pep in their step because they didn't cost their team a touchdown. But they know they've got to do it a lot better than they did on the last possession.
The coach will just be relieved, though, if they recoup with a score here, right?
I think the coach would be ecstatic to see them pick themselves back up and now take it downfield and punch in the end zone without turning it over.
So Prescott and the Cowboys now with a 1st and 10 at their own 19-yard line. Prescott from the gun. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes.
No doubt that's a very good play defensively right there because you've always got to be aware that he can take off and make a big play with his legs. How about the way they were able to contain him? That also tells me the coverage was excellent downfield.
Here go 46. Switch. Switch and 8. Gun. 46.
A second down throw for Prescott. He'll let it fly for Austin. And got his man complete. A gain of 32 that time. Well, we know he's got the speed there. He needed the speed and the hands. A great catch.
And because of that speed, you have to respect it as a defender. So you have to either play off or make sure you're somehow in contact with him, and he's able to do exactly what you said.
And this is going to be intercepted. Picked by Kevin Byard. And they are going to set up shop at the 32-yard line. Time for a break. We'll come back and see how it all shakes out after this. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. They'll start on the ground. It's Derrick Henry. And he'll get this up only to about the 33. And now with 1:52 to go, we get another pause in the action. A timeout here defensively. Here's Mariota. Going deep for Walker. And they went for a big play through the air on 2nd down. Couldn't connect. Now it's 3rd. So he's unable to complete it there, and just not the game that you would expect from him. He's been off the mark really start to finish.
Yeah, it makes you wonder what exactly is going on. Is he a little bit dinged up here, or is he just off just by a bit? Maybe he can get it back in this situation. He'll need to.
The Titans on 3rd down. They've converted 3 times in 8 chances. This is 3rd and 9. Mariota sets up the screen to Lewis. And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. He lost 2, and it brings up 4th.
Partner, you've got about 20 coaches on your payroll, but there's 60,000 of them in the stands. I don't think any of them like that play.
And the later we go, it's starting to sound like 100,000 in here. Tie game, 4th quarter, and they're going for this thing on 4th down. The Titans go. It's Mariota. And he locates Walker complete. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. 4th down conversion plays, you usually think 1, 2, 3 yards, maybe 10. Not there. What a huge pickup as the sticks make a drastic shift forward. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. And down inside the 35 he goes to the 32-yard line. A solid run on 1st down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
That play wasn't quite as big as the play that preceded it, but still, got to like the way they're moving the football, partner.
Absolutely. Pretty good room to run on that last play.
Yeah, they didn't get a 1st down, but still, you'll take runs like that each and every time, won't you?
Now they'll run with Lewis. Lewis has the 1st down and then some. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. 13 yards is the pickup for Tennessee and a 1st down. Tenth carry now for Derrick Henry. And he'll get this down only to the 18. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
We can't be totally sure that that was by design, but we do know that a lot of kickers like the ball on the right hash in order to kick the field goal.
Again, it's Henry. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. Now they get the timeout. It leads you to wonder, will they kick it here or risk running another play and possibly not getting down in time? We'll see. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 10-yard line. Now the timeout will be called, so they're in field goal range with 3 seconds left. And it is good. He splits the uprights on the chip shot. And it'll be a hot time across the Cumberland tonight. The Titans have won it. A great come from.
And it has to start with believing that you can make that comeback. Because we've been in games before. We've done games where you just look at one team and realize they have no chance of making it back. Not in the one we just saw here. They did it, and they did it well.
That'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our hardworking crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, find us on Twitter at EA Madden NFL. The Titans are winners here as we say so long from Nashville. The NFL on EA Sports is in the great state of Tennessee at Nissan Stadium here in Nashville. The whole of downtown Nashville likely still reverberating with the sounds of the Titans taking the field a moment ago. They're ready for football as their Titans are set to match up with the Dallas Cowboys. Ryan Suckup of the Titans has this one teed up, and we are underway from Nissan Stadium. Now the first carry for Ezekiel Elliott. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Solid way to start the drive. 13 yards, picking up the first.
And there we see an early burst that makes him one of the leading rushers in the league.
Well, I want you to know, I listened to you yesterday when we were watching film. You said write down the word vision for him. It was on display there, wasn't it?
It certainly was, because he allows the blocks to set up in front of him. And if that continues, it could be a long afternoon for those guys trying to play some defense.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. A first down throw for Prescott. Escaping the pressure, and he can't get rid of it. He's taken down.
Hindsight is 20/20, partner. Maybe they should have kept it on the ground again.
Well, it almost looked like the O-line was run blocking again. I mean, they opened up a big hole last time. This time they opened up a hole, and the quarterback got sacked. Gotta hope that's not a sign of things to come as they face an early 2nd and long.
Under. 26.
To throw is Prescott. Got an open man. It's Michael Gallup. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. They get 16 out of that one, but they'll still need to convert on 3rd.
Here you go, 47. Here you go. 26.
He can run for it, and he will. The keeper good for only 4, and that's going to lead to a 4th down. And how about this one now? In their own territory, a gutsy call. They're going to go for this on 4th and a yard.
26.
They're indeed going for it. It's Prescott. Flush to his right. He's got his tight end on the corner route. It's complete. So not only do they convert on 4th, but they pick up 22 yards in the process.
Well, peel back the curtain, partner. We've got a pretty good look into how they plan to play this game. Aggressive seems to be the word. Going for it on 4th down in that situation.
Yeah, opening drive. Now, we know this coaching staff, they have traits of aggression in their history, but what a start to this game. They're going for it.
Yeah, a lot of people might say reckless.
And down he goes. They sack him back right around the 41-yard line. Charles, a little bit of feast or famine on this drive. They moved the ball okay, but they've been sacked twice now.
And they've got to figure out how to plug that leak a little bit, right? Keep them away from the quarterback, because when he's not being hit, as you mentioned, they're moving the ball well.
And he'll work it inside the 30 to the 29-yard line. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to 3rd down. And they're getting him involved early.
You feel like they saw something on tape, or they just have a sense with him because he's had a good week of practice or something in that area, and they want him involved, just as you said. They want him to touch it either in the running game or the passing game, but they must like the matchups they're getting.
Now throwing on 3rd down there, but he cannot connect. 4th down now as the Titans defense holds up in coverage. And his kick is absolutely perfect. And the Cowboys are going to jump out to a 3-0 lead. So our initial drive this afternoon results in 3. Not sure that that's a statement necessarily, but getting points on the road, never a bad thing.
You're exactly right about that. I love how you framed it, right? Not sure it's a statement, but at the same time, you're putting something out there, aren't you? Letting them know, hey, we came to play today. We spent so much time talking about the physical side of the game. How about the mental side? They just gave up a field goal, but they didn't get down at all. Big-time return. They're set up to try and at least tie the game up.
Mariota and the Titans break the huddle. 1st and 10 on their side of midfield at the 47. Now a first carry for Derrick Henry. And they went the wrong way there. Losing yardage back at the 43-yard line. Defensively, it was Leighton Vander Esch up from his linebacker spot. Play fake to Henry. Now Mariota. Oh, wide open, complete. He'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. And that one results in 35 yards.
Looked like the defense put pretty good pressure on him, but he's able to flush out to his right to try and evade people. On the run, had to get on his horse. Still accurately throws a nice pass for a first down.
Keep it rolling, keep it rolling. One. Easy. Three.
A first down carry for Henry. And he'll be taken down near the 20 at the 21. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
With the former Volunteer Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. It's the Titans with the football here to begin quarter number 2. They've got a 2nd and 9 to start things out. Mariota now. And into the end zone for a Tennessee touchdown. In for the score. And the Titans are able to strike for 6.
As you know, I love the players of the past, but the players of the present and their mobility to move around and play quarterback, we just saw the end result of a guy that can shake it and find a guy open downfield.
Extra point up and good by Succa. And that makes it a 7-3 lead. That'll be taken in the end zone. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. Here's the Dallas offense now heading back out onto the field. And after the field goal last time, we'll see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them wanted to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it. Way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you met fan bases that wanted that, that weren't happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants to drive to end with a kick other than the extra point. That's it.
Throw right side, taken in by Gallup. And they work this well upfield across the 45. 23 yards on the play. And, boy, they had high praise for this rookie receiver when we asked the coaches about him, didn't they?
They certainly did, and obviously they liked his measurables. Otherwise, they wouldn't have brought him onto the team. Height, weight, speed, all of that. But how about what they really said? Competitiveness. That's what they really liked about him. The way he goes after the football, competes for it, and decides when it's in the air, it's his and only his. And
they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. They give him 14 yards that time and a fresh set of downs. Clock running, under 4 to play now as they come up on 1st and 10. From the shotgun, it's Prescott. And there is Amari Cooper, his first catch. No gain there on the completion, 2nd and 10. Had the completed pass, but for no gain, stopped right at the line, so it's 2nd and 10. They'll throw again. Prescott. On the left side, Gallup's got it. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. Third catch of this first half for him, and this one is a first down. Prescott going to come up 1st and 10. And he's 4 for 4 now, throwing the ball to start the drive. Prescott yet again. Eluding the pressure right. This is caught. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Michael Gallup, a 24-yard touchdown. And the Cowboys are in for 6. And it's up and good. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Out come the Titans now. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
Caught right side, Davis. A very solid gain of 27.
I know we just saw a nice throwing catch, but how about the big guys up front buying that time? Yeah, that's exactly what they did. They created time and allowed the space to happen, and it turned into a really nice play.
First down, Mariota. Forced out to his left. And seeing no options, he just tosses this one away, incomplete. Now that'll bring up second down. 1 minute, 53 ticks left to go in this first half. Back to Tennessee after this. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a second and 10.
Let's go.
From the shotgun, it's Mariota. Being chased out left. Now he'll let it go on the run. Deep left. This is caught inside the 15. A big play that time for the Titans. 44 yards.
On any given pass play, you never know exactly where your exit points are going to be. On this play, it was flushed to his left, still on the run, able to accurately throw the football for a nice first down.
A first red zone opportunity for the Titans. They've got a first and goal just inside the 5. Again to Henry. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 10-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of 6, and it'll set them back for second down.
That goes down as a loss against his rushing stats. But really, should he have to absorb that one? He had no chance on that play before they overwhelmed him.
Pretty much on top of him before he could take his first step. They'll give it to him up the middle. And running room hard to come by here. He gets it down to the 8. Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important third down. Working out of the gun, Mariota. Flushed out right. His pass caught at the 4. And now before they run this fourth down play, we're going to get a timeout as they stop it prior to what will be an important fourth down. They're not going to kick it. A chip shot, but they're going for it down 3 on fourth down. From the gun, Mariota. And he will score. Touchdown, Titans. Delaney Walker from 4 yards out. And the Titans are able to strike for 6. Big fourth down conversion for the score, and the defense, that is a tough pill to swallow.
Big time for them. How about them just deciding to go for it on fourth down? And, okay, forget the field goal, because that looked like an easy 3 points. Yeah, you might have had a defensive breakdown in there, but they pressed the issue and found a way to get it into the end zone. Give them big credit for that.
And some room to roam. Tavon Austin, he's going to go. Touchdown, Cowboys. Tavon Austin, 104 yards. And the Cowboys are in for 6.
Well, he made the right choice by result, but a little bit surprising because now with touchbacks coming back to the 25 instead of the 20, when guys fielded that deep in the end zone, I think most coaches want them to take a knee.
Yeah, it's resulted in more kneel downs. Not right there. The Titans offense now, they work their way back onto the field. And what do you think goes on here in this situation? If you got the football, you're trailing, you're back in your own territory with just a little time. Do you try something?
You're thinking about jump-starting your team, right? You just mentioned it. They're down. They're trying to get back into the game. But you got to figure, if something goes wrong, you may have put yourself in a spot where you may not be able to come back in the second half. Managing risk is a big decision here.
Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he's going to be out up around the 45-yard line. Great way to start the drive. 20 big ones and a first down.
Sometimes it's designed, and sometimes you just have to know when to leave the pocket and move and make something happen. And on that play, he was able to get on the run and was still accurate throwing the football.
The big play to start him out has him at the 45 already. On 1st and 10, here's Mariota. Dumps it off to Lewis. The Titans efficient passing on this drive. There's another first down. And at his size, he's a smaller back. You can get him to football. He can kind of get lost, make someone miss. It's good for him.
Yeah, it's great for him. I like what you said there. Sometimes he gets lost in the traffic a little bit, but get him out in the open field into some space. That plays to his strengths the best and keeps him out of it where all the big boys are, you know, make someone miss in the open field.
Mariota on first down. And complete to the tight end Walker, right side. And now we won't see a play on first down. We're going to get a timeout instead, as the clock will stop with 33 seconds to go in the first half. Mariota now nearly perfect. 9 of 10 in this first half. It's 1st and 10.
Keep it rolling, keep it rolling. Easy. Three.
Again, it's Mariota. And they'll be inside the 25 now at the 24.
Let's go.
Give him a couple on the scramble. It's 2nd down. Titans moving quickly here. They're in the hurry up.
Yeah, he only gets a few yards on 1st and 10, but he's better off doing that than throwing an incompletion or even worse, an interception.
Mariota now on 2nd down. He's going to flip that out to the flat. It's complete. Just a 1-yard pickup on the play, and that'll bring up a 3rd down. So 3 seconds here remain in the half. On is the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points. From the right hash, this from an even 40 yards out. And Suckup will put this one right through. Time for a break. We've hit halftime. 2 quarters down, 2 still remain. We step aside. This is the NFL on EA Sports. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. And the Titans getting set to go. First half showed us some pretty good offense. Tie game, we'll see what the second half brings.
And it'll be interesting because I think both sides feel pretty good about what their offenses are doing. Got to wonder what adjustments are being made defensively to try and get a spark and maybe slow down the other side.
But here, do you change up anything on this opening drive?
Not offensively, you don't. You've got everything going your way. You've probably prepared for maybe some change-ups you might expect, but overall, you like what your game plan's showing you.
Now Mariota going underneath for Lewis. Nice way to start the drive, a gain of 12 and a first down.
We always talk about having to read defenses and how complicated that is. Well, this was an excellent read. Read the pressure and got rid of the football before it even got to him for a nice gain.
And when they're blitzing like that, running back usually a good spot to go with the football?
Without a doubt, because he's right in your sight line or he's near you. So you're able to just get it to him easily. And once he gets in space, that's usually a good matchup for him.
A first down throw for Mariota. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up second down. So, Charles, tie game here. What are your keys as we continue to play this second half?
I know people think it's always trite when you say the same things over and over, but they're tried and true in the game of football. Who's going to block better? Who's going to tackle better? In this case, to me, it's turnovers. You've got to take care of the football in order to win the game.
Line of scrimmage, again the 37 as they line up 2nd and 10. Throwing again, Mariota on 2nd and 10. And the return comes to a halt right at the 44-yard line. First possession of the third quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
Like that over here. Like that. Switch, hey.
Following the interception, here's Prescott. Escaping the pressure. Oh, Prescott stripped. And that might be Titan football. It is.
When I see a play like that, I come back to risk reward. I don't know about you, but is it worth it at that point, whatever you're going to pick up, to either take the hit, and in this case, lose the football?
So it should have gone down. I mean, hindsight's always 20/20, but that's the safe play.
You're exactly right. Hindsight's really never wrong, is it? Because you can analyze it, but I think ultimately you got to look at it as a first option, taking care of the ball, getting what you can, and that's it. Don't worry about it anymore.
And he takes this up right near the 45-yard line. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1.
First play of the drive, let's give credit all around. Excellent blocking. But the guy carrying the ball, he was the finisher. A really nice run.
Now a 2nd down throw for Mariota. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he'll go down right around the 47 this time. Only 3 there on the pickup, but that's enough to move the chains. Mariota now 12 of 15 throwing the ball, 80% so far, and it's 1st and 10. Mariota. Wide open receiver complete. A big play that time for the Titans. 41 yards.
Now that play will end up on the highlights, and you'll see it all over the place. But what you won't see, the offensive line that bought the extra time, that allowed for the big completion downfield, those guys made that play possible.
Mariota now to throw on 1st down. Sets up the screen to Lewis. And this play gets blown up. They'll lose yardage back at the 17. Call it a loss of 6 on the play. And it'll be a 2nd and long. Off play action to Henry. Here's Mariota. He will find Davis on the left side complete. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. And they'll get 9 there as that sets him up better for 3rd down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
A field goal would get him the lead, but that's not what they're shooting for as they come up on 3rd down.
One. Keep it rolling.
On 3rd down, Mariota steps away to his left. He may try and run, and he's going to score. It's a Titans touchdown. Marcus Mariota, an 8-yard touchdown run. And the Titans are going to take the lead.
That was not a designed run. It was supposed to be a pass, but it turned into an exceptional run. What a scramble for a touchdown.
Now here's Suckup out to kick it away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line. And now Dallas gets set to take the field. And last time the turnover on the fumble, and they were in enemy territory, so that had to be very frustrating. Down on the scoreboard here, can't do it again.
You nailed every part of what was frustrating. Down on the scoreboard, had a drive going, and pushed it past the 50-yard.
And the Titan defense steps up here, and down he goes.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on second down.
47, 46.
Prescott from the gun, buying time to his left. A hit as he throws there, incomplete. The pressure really ratcheting up. They get the sack on first down, then a near sack. They got to him there just as it was leaving his hand.
Yeah, they might need to change their pass protection scheme a little bit. Maybe bring another guy into the backfield to help protect the quarterback because that was awfully close.
Good.
3rd and long for Prescott. Flush to his right. And he took the contact as he was throwing it, and the ball drops incomplete.
I would dare say that these guys would have liked to have given their defense a little bit more rest since they gave up a touchdown their last time out. But alas, my man, that's not going to happen.
Yep, they're going to have to grab those helmets, get right back out there. And the punt team on now as this one's sent away. Here's Jackson. A big boot that time. 57 yards the official distance. And it'll be Titan football. And here comes Tennessee as they get set to take the field. We have seen a lot of points here in this quarter. For us up here in the booth, it's been fun to watch. The defensive coordinators probably scratching their heads.
Yeah, they're going a little bit crazy right now. But let's face it, all of our friends who play fantasy, they're enjoying the heck out of this show because most of them are creating and getting a bunch of points.
Yeah, points certainly not at a premium here. After the penalty, it's Henry. And he will force his way forward for a yard or two, but I have a good feeling this will be coming back. That one whistled against a big right tackle.
You'd think being able to fire out and block would be a lot easier to not commit a holding penalty, but it's tough to keep those guys right in front, isn't it?
Back now in Nashville. It's the Titans. They've got the football. They'll be looking to extend their lead here as we begin the fourth quarter. Here's Mariota. Quick hitch, complete. It's Walker. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. And now a timeout called by the Cowboys defense. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the fourth quarter. Now a handoff to Henry. And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. He lost 2 there, and it's 3rd down.
Now, obviously, that's some good work there defensively, being able to stop them and bringing up a key 3rd down. But if you're on the offensive side of the ball, there's an opportunity, because I know what defensive guys are thinking right now, to stop them, get to the ball. That means it might not be sound defensively. There could be some opportunities.
And you said key 3rd down. Highlight that word. Put it in bold. Here we go.
Keep it rolling.
They'll try to run for the first with Henry. And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line. 8 yards on the pickup there, and it moves the sticks. Hasn't been his best afternoon on the ground, far from it, but a critical third down conversion.
His afternoon just got better. All right, you're exactly right. It hasn't been his best in terms of yardage, but that run there, that's the one your teammates look to you and go, okay, that's what we want from you. That's what we need. Now they have a chance to keep moving forward and a chance to win the game.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. That one good for a pickup of 15 for Tennessee.
Well, it is our business to analyze what we saw out there, and on that play, I saw a defense staying in base, not taking a chance, not blitzing, in a situation where they absolutely need the football back. That's either a case of overthinking it or not thinking it through.
If you do blitz, do you have to be careful about where you're coming from, or are you just coming from all angles?
You have to be careful about where you're coming from, obviously, but at this stage, you have to take a few chances as well.
Derrick Henry. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. And now the Cowboys are going to call another timeout. That's going to be their second. They'll be left with one more plus the 2-minute warning, and we'll be back. A rare misstep on that last play because the drive has been strong, but now it's 2nd and 12.
Keep it rolling, keep it rolling.
They'll try to throw now. Mariota eluding the pressure right. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. He was trying to get it to Taywan Taylor, and it's 3rd down.
I know our vantage point might be a little bit better way up here, but that looked like an ill-advised throw to me. I didn't see anything open, and this play just didn't look right from the beginning.
It did not. I thought he might get outside and just chuck it away. Dangerous pass, incomplete. To throw Mariota. And this is going to be incomplete. The Notre Dame man, Jalen Smith, able to get a hand in and knock it away.
When you see passes knocked down by those guys I call the frustrated fullbacks, the linebackers, you know that in their zone coverage, they were able to drop, see the ball thrown, and react to it very quickly.
So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. And not what he was hoping for there, as this will hit in the end zone for a touchback. The offense for the Cowboys now working their way back onto the field. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. So Prescott and the Cowboys now with a 1st and 10 at the 20. Out of the gun. Here's Prescott. Pressure comes, and the Titans able to bring him down. Jayon Brown leading the surge there. He drops him for a loss of 6.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
Protection certainly going to need to be a bit better here on 2nd and 16. From the shotgun, it's Prescott. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete. Time for a break. We're back to see what happens after this. The Cowboys on 3rd down. 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This is 3rd and 16. He'll look to throw. And he's able to hook up with Michael Gallup. He got 18 yards out of that one, and it gets him a new set of downs. That's what they need right now. Get the first down, get out of bounds, stop the clock.
Just playing smart football, understanding the situation, making the plays necessary, and making sure that clock stops at every opportunity.
41's the whip. You go 46.
Back to throw. He's going to let it fly. And he can't hang on to it. That would have sealed it. Instead, 2nd down. These are the spots, this stage of the game, where it pays to have speed on the perimeter, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and in the second quarter, he may very well run by him, but in this situation, I know as a defender, I'm loosening up a couple of extra steps that allowed him to run with him stride for stride.
He's back to throw. Drops it underneath. Elliott. It's a gain of 6 on the play, and that's going to bring up a third down.
It didn't check off every box, but the most important one. Got the clock stopped, getting out of bounds. They may be a little short of the first down, but I thought that was the key.
27.
They'll look to throw. He can run for it, and he will. And he will avoid the contact as he slides to a stop. Good coverage downfield led to him taking off, picking up the first down on a 13-yard run. So there you go. Save your best scramble of the day for a big-time situation in the fourth quarter, picking up the first.
You don't want to use it up early.
And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. The Cowboys looking to get going again in a hurry.
Brandon, I think you understand the type of afternoon this offensive line is having. It is a long one for them. Long for you to spend it with me.
And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. Daquan Jones in there to take him down, and the clock will roll.
47.
Back to throw. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. Jayon Brown in there to get him his second sack now of the afternoon. Down 7, and they've got to go for it here on fourth down. Got to try it here. He's back to throw. He's going to run, but he's got a long way to go. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and the Titans are close to finishing off this football game. Well, their first fourth down attempt earlier was successful. This one backfires for a turnover on downs.
I like their aggressiveness. I like what they're doing. They got it the first time they went for it. Why not a second time? I don't think they'll be daunted from attempting it again. If you're on the defensive side of the ball, though, any fourth down stop is a big momentum play.
And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Jalen Smith. A critical error there in a tight game in the fourth.
All you talk about is taking care of the football, and especially with a lead here in the fourth quarter. Turning it over, now the door is open for the opposition.
Just in general, when you're passing in the fourth quarter with a lead, no matter at what point, you got to be super careful.
Got to be careful, and sometimes you can be so careful that you end up running yourself into an error.
Now a throw to the end zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete. And it's incomplete. So now only 7 seconds remain. Line of scrimmage, the 31, as they line up 2nd and 10.
46. Here we go, 46. Here we go, 47.
Here's Prescott. Flushed out right. And he'll be out of bounds just inside the 25-yard line. He turned that into a nice gain. Gets him 8 yards closer for third down.
They brought the blitz that time, and I thought they were going to get to him, but instead, he flipped it on its ear and ended up picking up positive yardage.
I thought he was dead to rights, but you are exactly correct, sir. Able to turn that into a positive gain.
Gun. Then we'll go on to 53. Here we go, 46. 26.
One last shot now for Prescott. And it's incomplete. So their final drive comes up empty. And with that, the ball game is over. Well, Charles, they were close in the end, but they couldn't get that last play, that last little miracle play done. They were within striking distance, but couldn't find a way to score.
They definitely had hope. They definitely had opportunity. Just unable to cash in at the end. Not an easy play by any stretch, but they definitely had a chance.
So that'll do it for us. For my partner, Charles Davis, and all the hard-working men and women on our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL right here on EA Sports. The Titans are winners here as we say so long from Nashville. The NFL on EA Sports is in the great state of Tennessee at Nissan Stadium here in Nashville. This crowd here fired up for football as a moment ago their Titans were introduced. This should be a good one as the Titans get set to match up with Dak Prescott and the Dallas Cowboys. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
Let's go, let's go, let's go. Hey, we got four down.
They begin with Henry. And he finds some space past the 25 to the 27. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5. This is Henry. 9 yards on the pickup there, and it keeps the drive alive.
I remember watching Derrick Henry come out of Alabama and sitting with some scouts, and one of the debate points with him was, while at Bama, how often did he have to deal with contact near the line of scrimmage? They were so good up front that he often got to the second level pretty easily. I think he's starting to answer those questions with runs like that. He's a physical.
And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. And the Cowboys have recovered. Well, he did what he's known for. He made the catch, then he turned into a runner, took the contact, and coughed it up.
And all I remember as a player, when they catch the ball, when those acrobatic guys catch it, you have to make them pay sometimes. You have to put it on them, big tackle, knock the ball free. Anything you can do to slow them down.
Prescott now after the fumble recovery. And the Titan defense steps up here, and down he goes.
And And so much for that great field position to start the game. Now they're way behind the sticks. Can't wait to see what their second down call is going to look like now.
Now following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a second down and 17.
46. 46.
Throwing. Prescott. Dancing to his left. And he'll be out of bounds up near the 45 at the 44. He turned that into a nice gain. Gets him 8 yards closer for third down.
Partner was a definite passing down, but he was able to leak out and pick up some good yardage, even though the coverage was excellent. Maybe it's not exactly how they drew it up, but he still got a big chunk of yardage on second down.
On third down, it's Prescott. And there is Amari Cooper, his first catch. And certainly some style points there on the spin. Not a whole lot thereafter, but still a pretty good gain. How about this for an opening drive decision? You got 4th and short, just outside of field goal range in all likelihood. What do you do?
I'm going for it. I've got to go get it right now. I want to establish a tone. It's early in the game. I want to let my offense know that I believe in them. And you know something else? I let my defense know I believe in them also by taking that gamble. If we don't get it, it's okay. You guys will cover for me.
Hey, nothing to see here. Just your standard 4th down gain of 28 yards. And the drive keeps going.
And this is a spot where you have your offense stay out there to get those few inches. It's too long for a field goal. It's not worth punting. So this is the right decision as far as I'm concerned. And they wind up picking up the first down.
The first opportunity in the red zone for the Cowboys. 1st and 10 at the 19. From the red zone now, Prescott escaping the pressure right. That's into the hands of Gallup over the middle. And he is into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Michael Gallup from 19 yards away. And the Cowboys have taken the early lead. And this one through the uprights and good. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he will take it back only to about the 13-yard line here.
Well, conventional football. To the 20-yard line on a kickoff return, that's a disappointment. But some of these teams, special teams coaches, with approval by the head coach, they give them full authority to go ahead and bring it out and try to be aggressive, almost what we call the green light, red light theory. Green light means go, red light means stop. Looks like he had green on that play.
Keep it rolling, keep it rolling. Easy, easy, easy.
First down, Mariota. And Davis with it left side. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion.
Nothing fancy on first down, but a very consistent type of a play. Hit that slant. A lot of people call it an extension of the running game, and it can be if that pass is completed, because you hit a guy on the run like that, he often can go for big yardage.
Sets him up nicely for second down, staying ahead of schedule. Play fake to Henry. Now Mariota. And he hits his target. This is Luke Stocker. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. 18 yards on his first catch of the game. It's a first down. They'll run with Henry. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. Give him 10 yards on the pickup, and it'll be second and very short.
Now, that was an excellent run. And when you see that happen, that's when you're seeing guys doing their job and then some people doing a little bit more. Offensive linemen and tight ends, they're expected to block. But the wide receivers, all they want to do is catch passes. So when they block on a big-time running play and create extra space, you've kind of hit the jackpot there.
With the former Volunteer Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. It's the Titans with the football here to begin quarter number 2. And they'll come up looking to keep this drive moving. Henry. And he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46. It'll go as a gain of 6 that time, and it moves the chains as well.
Yeah, once more, strong running, excellent blocking at the point of attack. They've got a nice little drive brewing right here.
So from Cowboy territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 46. Now it's Henry. And an alley to run. Solid running on the carry, but still brought down just inside of the 40. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
Offensive linemen love creating space for their guys carrying the ball. But when that guy also breaks tackles and creates extra yardage, they almost feel like he's one of them, and they really embrace him.
Second down, Mariota going deep for Walker. And that is going to be pulled in one-handed. Wow. Touchdown, Titans. Delaney Walker, 38 yards. And the Titans are an extra point away from tying this thing up. Extra point put through by Succop. And we are tied at 7. So a tie ball game here as the kick's away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he had taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line. And now Dallas gets set to take the field. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
They go play action here on 1st down. Rolling to his right. And the tip there altered the ball flight, and it falls incomplete. It'll be 2nd down.
Well, one thing that I've liked defensively is that they've shown him a lot of different looks here in the first half. They've come after him. They've sat back. I think that's what you need to do to keep an offense guessing.
And they certainly have kept them on their toes. That's why they haven't had much success on the scoreboard. Flush to his right. The improv act there, good for 9, and now they'll be looking at a 3rd and short, 3rd and 1. On 3rd and 1, here's Prescott, eluding the pressure right. He may try and run for this. And he'll avoid the tackle there with a slide. Opted to run for it. The decision a good one, picking up the first, getting 14 yards on the scramble.
Gun.
On 1st and 10, Prescott. Right side caught by Jackson. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. Another big gainer that time. This one goes for 19 yards. And just in general, Charles, on a play like that, how tough is it for the defense to account for a running back essentially being a receiver downfield?
It's very difficult, especially if the running back has skills like a receiver, and you're aware of that before the game even begins. So throughout your practice sessions, you're going to want to be aware of him. Where is he lining up? What can he do? What kind of damage can he do to us downfield? And who can match up with him without weakening our overall defense? You're exactly right. It's a tough task to match up to him.
Now here's a pass on first down that's knocked away and incomplete. Game clock at 2:01. Time for one final play before the 2-minute warning. On second down, here's Smith. And that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. 1:59 to go in the first half. Back to Tennessee after this.
A nickel set shown by the Titans on third down.
Thinking pass.
Here we go, 46. Here we go, 48. Go, go, go. Get out there, get out there. Hey, we're going right there, we're going right there. Get out. Here we go, 40.
Prescott from the gun. And he's going to be sacked. They sack him back right at the midfield stripe. Brian Orakpo in there to get him for a loss of 9, and that'll lead to fourth down. So the Cowboys will punt it on fourth down. As on is the veteran Chris Jones to kick it away. The Titans offense now, they get ready to do battle again here. Last time they were out here, they had the benefit of good field position, led to a touchdown. This time, they're going to have to work for it.
They are, but with that last drive that culminated in a touchdown, I think they carry that confidence into this one. Doesn't matter where you start with the football now, they have to feel great about their opportunity.
And they'll run it here. And he goes nowhere. He'll lose yardage back at the 17. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down.
Well, that one was over before it could get rolling. How about the D just knifing into the backfield and shutting that one down?
Play action to Henry. Here's Mariota. He sets to fire deep. And this is, oh my goodness, he pulled it in one-handed. A big play that time for the Titans. 61 yards. Well, it's one thing to grab it with one hand, but when you make a catch of that distance, quite another.
Yes, sir. I mean, that one right there, we keep talking about the high-flying antics that we're seeing from receivers nowadays. Doesn't matter what spot they start in, but when it actually does happen in the heat of battle, brings me right out of my seat.
Give them 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
Let's go.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
Now a second down throw for Mariota. And that one's going to be over everybody in the back of the end zone. It's incomplete. Jonnu Smith, the tight end, is intended receiver. And it's third down.
Let's go. One.
They go play action. Mariota. And probably the wise decision there. No one open. He just throws it away. And that keeps the field goal on the table as it's fourth down.
I think that was a good job there defensively. They did allow him to drive all the way downfield, but once they got their backs to the goal line, they really turned up the pressure.
Yeah, they let him get all the way down here. Now the field shrinks. They've struggled to convert, and that last incompletion brings up fourth. So a good kick there, and they put the bow tie on it with 3 points.
And let's face it, everybody wants a touchdown. We know that. But in the NFL, defenses are awfully good. You're not going to score each and every time. Be able to knock the ball through the post and take the throw.
By the way, I said bow tie. I meant just both. Not the tie, but yeah.
Either way.
You got it.
I just went right past it.
The Cowboys offense heading back out and ready to go again. And what do you think goes on here in this situation? If you got the football, you're trailing, you're back in your own territory with just a little time. Do you try something?
You're thinking about jump-starting your team, right? You just mentioned it. They're down. They're trying to get back into the game. But you've got to figure if something goes wrong, you may have put yourself in a spot where you may not be able to come back in the second half. Managing risk, this is a big decision here.
Looking to throw, Prescott. And he's got Ezekiel Elliott. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. And now before this first down play, we're going to get a timeout here, as they'll stop it with 27 seconds remaining here in the second quarter.
Good. We go 47. 41's the whip.
Prescott looks to throw on first. Flushed out right. And he'll go down shy of the 40 at the 41. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense, as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go here in the first half.
Switch it, hey. We go 48. We go 46.
A second down throw for Prescott. Forced out to his left. And that is incomplete. Down to 15 seconds now. He was trying to get it to Ezekiel Elliott, and it's 3rd and 4. The Cowboys on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 4. Out of the gun. Here's Prescott. He's going to look deep down the field. Got a man. It's caught inside the 10. Now a timeout. 7 seconds left in the first half. So even though it's first down, here's the field goal unit on now to try to get 3 before halftime. This just a 24-yard attempt. And this one is right through. And that will knot things up here late in the first half. Well, maybe a nice psychological boost there just to get back to even with that field goal as we head towards half.
Coaching 101 always says at halftime, play it like it's 0-0 on the scoreboard. Well, in this case, it's level, right? Same score each side. Just start over. Now you get the second half to play.
The Titans offense now, they get set to head back out here. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the proper play. But we do know there's some risk takers out there that may want to take one more shot before the clock runs out.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Final play of the half here. Mariota escaping the pressure right. Caught right side, Davis. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. First half in the books. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. And ready to get the party started for the second half. It was an even first half, all tied on the scoreboard. Out come the Cowboys now as they'll go on offense first here in this third quarter. They have a chance to break our tie here as we get a look at the first drive of quarter 3.
And it's such a tone setter, isn't it? Because both sides trying to seize momentum to begin the half. What do they have dialed up that'll give them an advantage to move the ball downfield?
Let's find out what they have dialed up. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. An ideal beginning of the drive there as they'll get 20 and a first down. The big play to start him out has him at the 45 already. Prescott on first down. Throw right side, complete to Williams. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A really good pickup of 28 yards. So operating from Tennessee territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 27. From the shotgun, it's Prescott. And he'll hit the slant route. That's caught by Cooper. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Amari Cooper, 27 yards. And the Cowboys have broken the tie. Extra point right down the middle. And that makes it a 17-10 score. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll wind up getting an extra couple yards here for his trouble as he'll bring this one out to the 27. Out come the Titans now. They'll have it first on offense to start the third. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half two.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10. Kind of a starter or an opener, whatever terminology they use. Just something to get you off to a quick start.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Now a play fake here on 1st down. Walker with a grab, left side. A gain of 6 there on 1st.
So much goes into a successful play, doesn't it? How about that play action there, freezing the defense just enough to bring the tight end free downfield for the completion.
6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4.
Hey, 4 down.
The pitch to Henry. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. Call it a gain of 7, and it gets him a new set of downs.
At this stage of the game, the run-pass numbers are a little bit out of whack because most of their yardage has come through the air. But in a sense, that just sets things up for big runs like that because the defense might be a little bit off balance. They pick up another 1st down with that run.
So from Cowboy territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 46. They'll run it now out of the gun. And that play will go nowhere, losing yardage back near midfield at the 49. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
Three.
Off the play fake, Mariota. He's going to go for a big play downfield. And that is caught. Walker, touchdown Titans. Delaney Walker, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Titans are an extra point away from tying this thing up. Extra point up and good by Suckup. And that will level the playing field at 17 all. So we're right back where we started, all even as the kick's away. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone. And all that work, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been had he simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. And now here come the Cowboys. And these two teams have traded touchdowns so far with their first possessions here in the third quarter, so we're right back to where we started at intermission.
Yeah, how about that? Tied at the half, tied after the first 2 drives of the third quarter, 1 for each. That tells me that someone's defense has got to step up and make a big play and try and change the momentum of this game.
They'll start the drive with Elliott. And he'll fight forward to about the 27-yard line. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line.
Here we go. 47. 26.
2nd down, Prescott. And now he'll tuck it and run. A nifty bit of scrambling there. 12 yards, first down.
Partner, as a quarterback, sometimes you just got to know when the clock has gone off in your head, it's time to go. Tuck it and get all you can.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. A first down throw for Prescott. Being chased out left. And he'll get up near the 45. They'll spot it at the 44. He'll get 5 out of the scramble. It's 2nd down.
Looked at me like they adopted what my kindergarten teacher always said. If at first you don't succeed, try again. And finally, able to hold him in check. He'd been carving him up running the ball.
That's the first time I think I've seen where the coverage was good downfield, and they accounted for him and stopped him for a short pickup.
Yeah, I don't think it was a big adjustment, but much more emphasis on making sure they knew where he was when he decided to take off and go.
Back now in Nashville. All even as we get ready to start the 4th. So operating from Tennessee territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 46. To throw is Prescott. A dump off to Elliott. And he's going to get this one down to the edge of the red zone. A really nice gain of 25 yards.
We can talk all we want about football being a game of strength and brawn. It's also a game of mismatches, and they're trying to create one there, getting it to their back out of the backfield to make a bigger play.
As we often say, get it to him in space, let him use his leg.
Yeah, if he can get a matchup against a linebacker or maybe a defensive end dropping out in a zone blitz, he's going to win that battle just about every time.
He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete.
Terrific coverage in the end zone that time. Forced him out of the pocket to his right. I thought maybe try and run it there, but no one came open for him. Nice job by the defense of not getting out of their lanes.
A 2nd down throw for Prescott. To the right side, he's got Cooper. It's complete. And he couldn't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. 19 yards that time for number 19.
Didn't they tell us in our meetings that they needed to...
And he will take it in for a Cowboy score. Ezekiel Elliott taking it in from a yard out. And the Cowboys have broken the tie.
I know we don't talk about it enough, but the intelligence level of the guys up front blocking, the offensive linemen, maybe the smartest guys in football overall. Add in a little bit of athleticism and a whole lot of toughness, you've got a lot to deal with, don't you?
That's why the guys in the backfield get them really nice Christmas gifts, right?
If they're smart, they do.
Here's the Titan offense now as they make their way back onto the field. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that, they had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were competent enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
Flush to his right. Over the middle, that's caught by Taylor. And he's got room. And they get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. A gain of 39 that time.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play that picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
Dumps it off to Lewis. Takes this to the 32, maybe the 31, defensively rallying to the ball after the nice move. It's a gain of 5 on the play, and it'll make it 2nd down. They'll run it now out of the gun. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up 3rd down. One of the bigger plays in the game thus far, and the crowd getting into it as we come up on a big 3rd down. Working out of the gun, Mariota. He locates Walker, complete. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. A Titan first down, Mariota to Walker. They'll run it now out of the gun. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
But that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short gain.
Mariota now on second down. Eluding the pressure right. Over the middle, Sharp's got it complete. Mariota to Sharp that time for a Titan first. Time for a break. We'll come back, see what transpires after this. A looming decision to make on the conversion, down 7, but first things first, they need to score as they come up on first and goal. From the gun, Mariota steps away to his left. And too much on that one. It's out of the back of the end zone, incomplete. Derrick Henry, the intended receiver, out of the backfield. And that'll bring up second down. He's back to throw. And not only did he drop it, he dropped it in the end zone. Third and long coming up. Defensively, you pressure the quarterback or drape all over the passing lane?
Yes, that's exactly what you do. It's both because they're not mutually exclusive. They may have been at one time in football, but not anymore. You want to have that pressure. And if you have a big-time pass rusher, send him after the quarterback and then make sure you blanket the field.
Flushed out right. And now another one thrown incomplete. He has had a great game defensively. He's been east-west, north-south, everywhere.
Yeah, and I love how you described that because to be a great defender, you have to be able to move up and back, sideline to sideline, and he's been fantastic. Reminds me of a young Charles Davis when he was playing Madden.
Absolutely. Oh, wow. I thought you could go on the field, but okay. And into the end zone for a Tennessee touchdown. Delaney Walker from 10 yards out. And the Titans are an extra point away from tying this thing up. The extra point, a vital one, and he gets it to go. And, partner, we've got a tie game here in the fourth. So here comes the kickoff now, all even here in this fourth quarter. That'll be taken in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out, a good one, as he's up a yard or two shy of the 30. And now Dallas gets set to take the field. And they had to wait a long time to get the football back. Probably not what you were hoping for when you got an offense that's humming.
Agreed. What you were looking for is a defense getting the ball back pretty quickly, right? Hoping for a 3 and out. So that didn't happen. You can't yell at your D for that. They've got to take care of their own business and reestablish themselves now that they're back on the field.
Prescott to throw. Escaping the pressure right. And he sheds a tackle. Now he's got some space. Nice work to get 7 out of that, and it's second down.
Well, he's proven real effective running the football. No one open, don't force it. Just get what you can, and that's what he's done very well in this game.
46. Here we go. 48. Here we go. 46. 26.
Here's Prescott. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. A nice pick up there, 10 yards, and it'll move the sticks. Prescott now perfect since the second half started, 7 of 7. It's first and 10.
Here we go. 26.
Prescott. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. He's got this to the 30 before being taken down. That one goes for 24 yards.
Okay, there's 3 timeouts left, right?
Think you got to use one here, don't you?
No doubt about it. I'd use one right here.
Here we go. 48. Gun.
Now Prescott. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. How about the call to come with the blitz there in this situation?
And some of those calls happen just because of what they do on offense. So when they send out a number of people in the pattern, sometimes they just make a change on defense, say, okay, we'll come after you instead. And that's exactly what they did.
Ball on the 30 as they come up 2nd and 10. Throwing again. Prescott on 2nd and 10. And all the way to the 2-yard line there before crossing over out of bounds. A really good pickup of 28 yards. Well, we haven't been shortchanged on offense. Another fun play to watch there on the deep pass.
This game has the feel of, what, a turkey bowl, a Thanksgiving day. You know, when we get together this year, when the Davises and the Gardens get together, that's what our playbook's going to look like they're drawing them up in the dirt, and so far it's working for both of them.
He'll get it up the middle. Now, before this 2nd down play, we'll get whistles and a timeout as they get it with just 19 seconds left on the clock. They come out here in the eye. They'll try to run it in with Elliott. And he's in for the touchdown. And in the final seconds, forget overtime. They've just likely won this thing in regulation.
And that score in this time frame, that's like a big reveal at the end of a great movie, isn't it? Out of nowhere, almost, it appears, they get it done. How about that score?
Finishes like this is why we love sports. This is why we love the game of football.
So glad that we got to be here to watch this one.
And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Titan offense now working their way back onto the field. Critical condition here, obviously. Got to hope to get something quick right and then maybe take that shot deep.
And once they do take the big shot, you got to worry on defense. Of course, no one getting behind the defense and make it an easy throw. But nowadays, it's not just the ball being tipped in the air and people in the end zone in a cluster. It's that guy that's short of the end zone who comes up and ends up making the play because he goes unguarded. So there's a lot to think about if you're playing defense in this situation.
We'll see if they can cover all their bases.
Let's go, let's go, let's go.
Back to throw. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And it's knocked away and incomplete. The Notre Dame man, Jalen Smith, able to get a hand in and knock it away. Now one more shot at it. Obviously, again, they've got to go for the end zone.
Well, we've seen it happen before. How about Aaron Rodgers throughout his career? He seems to pull it off about every other week. But if I'm the defense, I'm rushing the quarterback and making him move away from his throwing arm. That makes it a little bit tougher to get it downfield.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. One last shot now for Mariota. Flush to his right. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Well, we saw a close game that kept us on the edge of our seats down to that final whistle. And right before that final whistle, defense with one last exclamation mark there, getting the sack to end it.
I love how you phrased it because we were waiting to see what would happen. Obviously, we thought something would happen downfield. Instead, it happens in the offensive backfield, and that's your ball game.
So that'll do it for my partner, Charles Davis, and the best darn crew in the industry. I'm Brandon Gaudin. This has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. With that, we sign off from Nashville.